Hello, I'm Tomas Krcha. I'm gaming evangelist at Adobe. So the social gaming industry has evolved a lot during the last years, and the thing is that now with Flash it is evolving even more. So the things we were able to see on PlayStation, Xbox and all these console devices or high-end mobile devices or desktop PCs are currently coming inside the browser. So that is great because there are a couple of things that you can do with that. First of all, you can reach really like billions of people because a huge amount of people on this planet is using internet, but not so many people before were actually playing games, because for instance, like our parents, they don't play that much computer games, but right now we can see they're actually getting into that, so that's quite nice to see that, and generally we can see more people coming into gaming and start playing games because it's so accessible to them, Before it was very hard, you would have to get like at least a powerful PC, or at least a console to play the game, but right now it's very accessible. And we have seen a lot of 2D games being played online before, like games like Farmville and so on, or Mafia Wars, but this is gonna change a lot. And one of the things that is gonna change a lot is that we will see 3D gaming and GPU accelerated gaming online, And that's basically what you will be able to get, like console experiences on the web. And that's just massive because this will bring a lot of money from big producers like EA and so on to online business, and they will invest into this sort of space because you can really reach a lot of people online, And this is what we are focusing right now at Adobe and Flash, basically building one of the best plugins for gaming online and also for video, So right now the focus with Flash is on gaming, and we're getting more features from game developers and also for video publishers. So this is the big focus for us. Yeah, so for instance, like before, you could render like hundreds of particles. Right now, you can render like tens of thousands of particles, 100,000 of particles, on one screen, which is really huge, So that actually makes the gameplay more fun because if you see the explosions and particles, you really enjoy the game way more than if you don't see them, So these things sounds like marginal, but they are actually very important for the whole game and player experience, I would say. Yeah. So this is something you can do now with Stage3D, which is the new rendering layer in Flash. Currently, game developers are naturally using Flash for game development because it has the most features. They need to use it as powerful language, and that's very important. And I would say like ActionScript is a very usable language for game development, and that's why they actually stick to Flash, and that's why we can see 9 out of top 10 games on Facebook currently built with Flash, 70% of Google Plus built with Flash, and basically 70% of all browser-based games are currently built with Flash. That's the power, and we're actually continuing with innovation in these areas, so we can provide these developers way more things than ever before. So Rovio, they have built the native game for iOS and for Android, and then they were thinking which way to go next, and they have decided to pick Stage3D Flash11 acceleration for Angry Birds on Facebook because of the high reach and powerful GPU rendering, Of course, there is a huge innovation coming in terms of HTML5, and Adobe is totally aware of that, and we are totally investing in this area as well. And there are a couple tools that are coming from Adobe for HTML developers. One of them is, of course, Dreamweaver, which is here for a long time. So right now it is evolving into powerful HTML5 development tool. Then we have Adobe Edge, which is for animation, interactivity. So you can actually do a lot of things you were able to do before with Flash Pro. You can do right now with Adobe Edge. and you can like insert JavaScript code on the frames and so on in line, so that's really nice. And then we have Adobe Muse, and there is a huge I would say innovation in terms of Adobe coming inside into HTML5. So for instance, like we have a WebKit working group that is working on adding new features into WebKit. Then we are working with Microsoft, Apple, and Google on specific specifications for various features in the browsers. So for instance, one of a couple of these things, let me just name it, CSS regions and CSS exclusions. This is something that extends CSS styling language of new features that will allow you to do sort of like print designing effects that you were able to do only in design before. And we are also working on CSS shaders, that is like adding cinematic effects on websites and so on. So there is a lot of things coming from Adobe into this community. One of the other thing is, yeah, but basically things like that, yeah.